The first quarter. It's always 23-2. It's going to be both ends of the court. Offensively, we were late in the clock a lot. Our early execution wasn't good enough. Our late execution wasn't good enough. Credit to their defense. Their activity, their pressure. I think had a big influence. And then offensively, I think Luka was creating shots. He got some himself. We had a breakdown in transition. He had a wide open one. So it was a little bit of everything in a 23-2 run.
Coach, where is this group right now when you have a win like you had Friday and then to come out as flat as you guys did today?
Yeah, no, I mean, the first quarter is just frustrating. So we've got to come out ready starting tomorrow night and every game. And today we should have been ready and we weren't. From the first quarter on, we competed. We dug ourselves out. We had some opportunities. We had some good looks. But the first quarter is frustrating.
Coach, we see you getting after guys and during the timeouts. What things are you stressing? Like, hey, look, this needs to be here. This needs to be there. What things were you stressing at least tonight?
Everything. I think usually it's defensively. Sometimes we got to clean up our spacing offensively. But it's just that stretch hurt us, and I think our offense tonight was as big a problem as anything. But we just weren't able to get it done.
Coach, when you have a guy like Luka that can pick apart defense with his passing, do you kind of hesitate to put two on the ball like that as many times, or is that kind of just your philosophy? The guy's hot like that, just send doubles.
I think usually with a guy like him, you've got to change up your looks. You can't stay with one thing for 48. So I think tonight he got to see a little bit of everything. Again, after the first quarter, I think there was some positives defensively, but wasn't enough.
Anyway, you keep mentioning the word frustration, and I'm not even sure what quarter it was, but Kevin had a little outburst on the bench. Is that frustrations? Sum that up.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's always pushing us to win. He's pushing us to be better. Trying to figure out the spacing. Sometimes figure out the defensive. Whether it's are we putting two on the ball and how we're rotating and so I think it's pretty normal stuff. But there's we have to figure it out. We have to be better.
What happened with Bradley?
I think it's his hamstring tightened up and he was unable to go in the second half.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, please.
No, I was curious looking at the next game. I mean, you guys are trying to manage him anyway. Do you think he'll be available for tomorrow?
I have no idea. We'll have to see. Again, I think I'll get a follow-up report here when I'm done with you guys, and we'll know more.
Back to Kevin, kind of a big picture ones. How have you seen him manage the ups and downs through this season?
Yeah, again, he's pushing. He's pushing himself. He's pushing us. He's fighting through a lot. So, he's a great player, and we need a little bit more from everybody around him. We need a little bit more from him. Need a little bit more from me. We need to find a way to get it done, and we're not right now.
Looking at Booker, second half limited shots. I'm curious, was it when they were defending him, or how much of it was the foul situation?
No, I think he's been playmaking. Friday night again tonight, I feel like he's getting to some spots and creating some great looks for us, which I actually, again, offensively, I think we got to look at tonight and see where we can be better. But I would actually say Book's playmaking and Book's ability to get to spots and spray it out. Without having watched the film, I'm actually say I'm very happy with the way he passed, the way he played. I don't think it's necessarily about his shot attempts. He's generating good offense, a lot of possessions.
This is a glass half full perspective that you may not even agree with, but with all the big names you have and the big expectations you have at the start, to have the tough year that you have, engaged to the point where he's yelling at guys. Does that show that the guys are still locked in, still engaged, still trying?
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, this group is – there's still, 18 games left, 17, 18 games. We need to get into the play-in. We need to get into the playoffs and, try and do something there. Like, there's a lot of talent in our locker room. There's a lot of fight in our locker room. So we got to get in, and then we got to play good basketball and win games. But we got to start winning to get there. But I think the guys know that, and I think the mindset and the fight. The first quarter, wasn't where it needs to be, but a lot of times it has been.
What's the last question?
But you guys said you need more from KD, you need more from everybody around him, and you need more from you. You're a championship-winning coach. There's so much talent on this roster. What do you think the disconnect has been in terms of this not being reflected in your guys' record?
I think defensively is one of the things that stands out. We're just not good enough defensively. We got to find a way to get better on that end of the court. It's not one thing. As you said, there's a lot of great players here. We've got to do a better job of making it connect, making it work. And that's what we'll do starting, or trying to tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.